15 years ago, my life changed drastically. I open my eyes, I'm lying in a bed. It's not my bed. Everything around me is blurry and bright. The walls, the curtains, the blinding fluorescent lights. I'm not at home. And there's this constant beeping sound. I'm in a hospital bed. Wires attached to my body from every direction. How did I get here? I try to move, but I'm overwhelmed by sharp, stabbing pain. I scream, but there's no sound coming out of my mouth. My jaws are wired shut. I'm trapped inside my own body. The following days are a blur, and when I finally regain consciousness, my family and friends tell me what happened. I will never forget the next few words. You were in a helicopter crash. My heart starts beating like crazy as Shachar, my friend, continues. Your helicopter collided with another helicopter, and you were unconscious for 6 days. He stops, but I hear in his voice that there is more to come. I feel heat spreading through my body like fire as Shachar continues with the devastating news. My co-pilot, Ran, who was sitting in the seat next to me, did not survive. I'll take a moment to stop and say, I was in a hospital for a very long time and had more than a few hard moments. But lying there, hearing that Ran was killed in the crash, that was the hardest moment I've ever had. May his memory be a blessing. A few days later, the doctors in the hospital told me I broke both my arms. My left leg was paralyzed, my right leg was shattered. I broke my pelvis, my back, a few ribs, my left elbow, left shoulder, my jaw, and my little finger. Here, let's not forget it. They put metal plates pretty much everywhere in my body. You should watch me go through airport security check. You do not want to be in the line behind me, trust me. Nothing in my life before the accident could have prepared me for what happened. I had an amazing childhood, was really active in sports, got good grades in school, joined the military, and graduated flight school as an Apache helicopter pilot. My life was on track until that fateful night on July 2006 when a regular mission ended with my helicopter crashing and falling from 6,000 feet. There's no parachute, no eject button. I was strapped to a 5-ton mass of metal plummeting to my death. My life changed forever that night. And since then, the question I'm asked most often is, what would your life look like if you hadn't been injured? Today, I want to share with you why I believe that is the wrong question and to offer a way to live life without regrets. During my 6 months in the hospital, I had a lot of long, sleepless nights. And in these dark hours, a very dangerous question kept creeping into my mind. Why? Why did it happen to me? I'm not a bad person, so why do I deserve it? And that quickly escalated to the inevitable question, what if? What if I hadn't gone to flight school at all? What if I hadn't gone on that mission? It was my day off. I wasn't even scheduled to fly that night. What if it was nonstop and not helping? But a few weeks into my time in the hospital, something happened that changed my entire perspective. The parents of my co-pilot, Ran, came to visit me. I could see the pain of their loss in their eyes, and still, they came to support me. After their visit, I asked myself a different what if. What if I was sitting in my co-pilot seat and I had not survived? What if my parents would have lost their son? You see, all this time I was only focusing on the negative what ifs, on the things that I had lost, not on what I still had. That night, I decided to stop torturing myself with these negative what ifs. This decision helped me to let go of the past, which was really important, but I still didn't know how to deal with my new reality. I had lost the ability to walk. My jaws were wired shut. I couldn't eat. I couldn't do anything by myself. I was 24 years old, and instead of going to college or traveling to exotic places, drinking cocktails with little umbrellas, at age 24, I was learning to walk again, like a baby. Everything, every task, every basic movement was a struggle. And when you're struggling, going through hard times, you just can't afford to waste your energy on things you can't control. The only way I could deal with my new reality was to focus the little energy I had on things I could control. My left leg wasn't working, nothing I could do about it. So I had to focus on the right side, my abs, my upper body strength. It was painful. I fell a lot. But with a lot of hard work, I was able to overcome some of my limitations. It took me 2.5 years to be able to stand on my own 2 feet, bear the pain, and walk again. At this point, I understood how to deal with the present. But what about the future? My life has changed so drastically, I didn't even know when or in what condition I would leave the hospital. One thing that really helped me was meeting people who experienced severe injuries or trauma and had to go through a grueling recovery process to get back to life. I'm sitting with them in the rehabilitation center. Alex lost his legs. Dan lost his eyesight. Dan was telling us he still does a lot of extreme sports. The only thing he doesn't do is skydiving. It scares his dog. I look at them. They are packed with positive energy and optimism despite their loss. Seeing them gave me hope and the belief that you can lose so much and yet live a full, happy life. Three years after my injury, I had a dream. I was walking on the beach, feeling the warm sand on my bare feet. In my dream, I was walking with no walking aids, no walker, no crutches, no help. But I was limping. And when I woke up, honestly, I felt at peace. Even in my dreams, where everything is possible, where I could literally fly, I was still limping. To me, that was the proof that I had truly accepted the new me. And with this feeling of acceptance, I was able to open my mind to new opportunities. So I decided to try as many things as possible. All things, new things. One of the new things I tried was to play tennis. And you know what? In the beginning, I thought, how can I play tennis? I'm in a wheelchair. I'm too slow, too low. But to live life without regrets, I had to shut off that voice in my head that kept telling me, no. So I tried. I started playing and competing, and just like when I learned to walk again, in the beginning, I failed. I lost over and over again, and once again, I became an expert in falling down. But I discovered there are two big advantages to wheelchair tennis. One, you don't wear out your tennis shoes, which is great. And two, you have an unlimited supply of tennis balls for your walker. So I kept on going and started winning. 6 years after I was injured, I flew to the London Paralympic Games to represent my country. And in the Olympic Village, I saw people with unthinkable disabilities, and the things they did, breathtaking, mind-blowing. These incredible athletes aren't stopped by their limitations. Nothing holds them back. So now, when people ask me, what would your life look like if you hadn't been injured? I just smile. Yes, that helicopter crash was a tragedy, but I didn't let myself get stuck with regrets, and that opened me to new possibilities.
Noam wins gold.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion, Noam Dershowitz.
Losses are a part of our lives and a part of being alive. They are natural, inevitable. But when we embrace a life without regrets, these losses are overshadowed by the lessons they teach and the perspective they bring. So how do you live a life without regrets? Without having to do the whole helicopter crash thing. Let go of the past. Eliminate the negative what-ifs. Embrace the present. Dare to do what you never thought you could. Instead of asking, what if? Ask, what now? Thank you.